Let's go to page 196 and start with number 1. Okay, we have x minus 1 times x minus 4 equal to 0. So make sure that this is equal to 0 and make sure this is factor, so everything is all set, so you can just set it equal to 0. Yeah, and you can go and solve, so plus 1 on each side, so you get x equal to 1, or you plus 4 on each side, so x equal to 4. And so your answer would be, so that's going to use a set notation, so it would be 1 comma 4. Okay. Number 3, okay, you have t times t plus 1 times t minus 2 equal to 0. So again, first thing you have to check, make sure it's equal to 0. Second thing, you have to make sure this is factor. So these are all set. So you can set each part equal to 0. So you apply the zero product property. So this is done already. And this one, you minus 1 on each side. So you got t equal to negative 1. This one you plus 2 on each side. So you got t equal to 2. Okay? So your answer would be 0, negative 1, positive 2. Okay, number 5. Okay, we have s minus 1 squared minus times s minus 3 square equal to 0. Okay, so first check, make sure it's equal to 0, so it's good. Next, make sure it's everything is factor, so this is all good. So you just set equal to 0. Now this is double, so this is going to be a double root. So s minus 1 equal to 0, or s minus 3 equal to 0. So again, square means you got 2 of them, so you're going to get 2 of the same thing. Okay, so you don't have to. All you have to do is do 1. So plus 1, so s equal to 1, or plus 3, so s equal to 3. Okay, so your answer would be, so from here is 1, and this is a double root. So you can just write dr for double root, and 3, again, this is also double root. Double root means you got 2 of the same thing. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, number 7, you got z squared plus 3 equal to 4z. Okay, so first thing you have to do is make sure that right hand side equal to 0. So let's go and minus 4z. You got z squared minus 4z plus 3 equal to 0. Next thing is you have to make sure this is factor. Okay, this is a square. Okay, then you have to, so first make sure this is equal to 0. Next thing is make sure this is factor. So go through the step 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be step 4. Okay, so you need to add to get to negative 4. You have to multiply to get to 3. Okay, okay, so start with 1 comma 3, and to get negative you have to use a negative. Okay, so you're going to get minus 1 minus 3, and so you're going to set this equal to 0. And then after that you plus 1 on each side, so you got z equal to 1, or plus 3 on each side, so you got z equal to 3. Okay, so your answer would be 1, 3. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay, you got t cubed minus t equal to 0. Okay, so again, first make sure this is equal to 0. Next, make sure this is factor. So let's go and factor out the t. So that's your step 1. Then the 2 terms, you have to do step 2a. Okay, so this becomes t times t. And then plus minus give you minus 1, 1, right? Okay, so you're going to get t equal to 0, okay, or t plus 1 equal to 0, or t minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so apply, so make sure you go to 0, you factor, and then you apply the 0 product property. So you minus 1 on each side, so you got t equal to -1. This one you plus 1 on each side. Again, you do the opposite to undo, right? So t equal to 1. So your answer would be 0, -1, 1. Okay, now this one you don't have to do any particular order. You can just, whatever you see is whatever you put down, that's fine. Okay. Okay, next one, number 11. Okay, we have x to the 3 plus 4x equal to 4x squared. So first you have to make sure this is equal to 0. So minus 4x squared minus 4x squared. So you got x to the 3 minus 4x squared plus 4x equal to 0. Next step is you have to make sure this is factor. So let's go and do step 1, common factor. Okay. Then you go to, so this is step 1, then go to step 2. So this is step 2b. So you have to do that, step 2b. And so to get that, you need to get x, right? X squared give you that. And to get 4, you need to have a 2. Now to match the middle, you need to get minus. Okay, so minus match. 2 times 2 is 4, match is match. Okay. Then from here, you're going to set it equal to 0. Apply the 0 product property. And this is square, so this is going to be double, so it'll be double root, right? So over here, you plus 2 on each side. So you got x equal to 2. And remember, this is double, okay? So this is double root. Okay, so your answer would be 0, 2, and this is double root. Okay, next one. Okay, you got 3r squared equal to 4r minus 1. So again, first you have to make sure this is equal to 0. So minus 4r plus 1 plus 1. So you got 3r squared minus 4r plus 1 equal to 0. Next, you have to factor that. Again, go through the steps. So step 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is step 4, master product. So you need to add to get to -4. You have to multiply to get to 3. Okay, so the correct combination would be -1, -3, right? Multiply, get that, you add, you get that. Okay, so you have to break down the first term, so it would be r, 3r. So this has to be the inside, okay? So you have to multiply to get that, so it would be -1, right? 3 times -1 give you -3. And this over here, this would be a -1, right? 1 times -1 give you the -1. This is the outside. Okay, then after that, you set each part equal to 0. So r minus 1 equal to 0, or 3r minus 1 equal to 0. So this one you solve by plus 1 on each side. Okay, or this one you plus 1 on each side. So you got 3r equal to 1. Then you divide by 3, so r equal to 1 over 3. Okay, so your answer, your solution set would be 1, 1/3. So again, it doesn't matter which order you do it because it's a set, right? So it doesn't matter the order. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 15. We have 2y squared plus y equal to 6. So again, first step to make sure this is equal to 0. So you got 2y squared plus y minus 6 equal to 0. Then next, you have to factor that. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, so you need to add to get to the 1. You need to multiply to get to -12. Okay. Okay, so 1, -12, 2, -6, 3, -4, 4, -3. Okay, so this is the correct one, right? Again, multiply, you get that. Add, you have to get that. So you have to undo the first term, so you need to get y and 2y. Right? Y times 2y give you 2y squared. Okay, so now you have to figure out which is inside, which is outside. So this one, you have to be this one, right? Because 2 times something is not going to give you 3, -3. So this has to be the inside, so it would be plus 2. Right? 2 times 2 give you 4, and that's the inside. Near to the outside, this has to be minus 3. 1 times negative 3 give you negative 3. Okay, so make sure equal to 0. You factor, then you set it equal to 0. Okay, and now you solve. So minus 2 on each side. So you got y equal to negative 2. Or plus 3 on each side. So you got 2y equal to 3. Then you divide by 2. So y equal to 3 over 2. Okay, and so your solution set would be negative 2, comma 3 over 2. Okay, number 17. You have 6 minus 7u equal to 3u squared. Okay, so again, let's go and make this equal to 0. Okay, so you got negative 3u squared minus 7u plus 6 equal to 0. Okay. Now you have a negative in the beginning, so you don't want to factor with a negative in the front. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to multiply by negative 1. It's an equation, so you can multiply by negative 1. So you're going to get 3u squared plus 7u minus 6 equal to 0. So now you're ready to factor. So you can go through the steps. So this would be step 4. Okay, so you have to add to get 7. You have to multiply to get negative 18. Okay, so start with 1 comma negative 18, 2 comma negative 9. And this one, you know that this will give you negative 7. So the number is correct, but sign is opposite. So you need to go get 9 and negative 2. Okay, so you don't do it blindly. You have to look at what you have over here. Okay, so first you have to undo the first term. So you need to get u and 3u. Okay, so this will be the inside. So 3 times plus 3. 3 times 3 give you 9. Okay, you cannot get the negative 2, right? 3 times something not going to give you negative 2. So this is the inside, and this will be the outside. So it will be minus 2. 1 times negative 2 give you negative 2. So again, inside, multiply, you get that. Multiply outside to get that. Okay, now after you make it equal to 0, you factor and you set it equal to 0. Right, again, something times something equal to 0. That means this has to equal to 0 or this has to equal to 0. Okay, minus 3 on each side. So you got u equal to negative 3. Okay, or plus 2 on each side. So you got 3u equal to 2. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So u equal to 2 over 3. And then after that, you write your solution set would be negative 3, comma 2 over 3. Okay, number 19. Yes, you have 6 times x plus 12 is equal to x squared. Okay, so notice that this is factor, but this is no good. The factoring is no good because it's not equal to 0. Okay, so again, when the factoring is not equal to 0, when it's not equal to 0, then all the factoring is no good. So you need to you have to get rid of the factoring. So you undo the factoring. So multiply. So you got 6x plus 72 equal to x squared. Okay, so undo the factoring because you have to have equal to 0 before you do the factoring. So now let's go and make it equal to 0. You got negative x squared plus 6x plus 72 equal to 0. Okay, and now you're ready to do factoring, but you don't want to have a negative in front. So let's go and multiply by negative 1. So you got x squared. So this times minus 6x times give you negative 72 equal to 0. Negative 1 times 0 is still give you 0. Okay, so let's go and do the factoring. So you have to add to get negative 6. You have to multiply to get negative 72. Okay. So again, you start with 1 comma negative 72, 2 comma negative 36, 3 comma negative 24, 4 comma. Now when you get the reason one of the reason that you want to write all down is because now you can use that. See, so this is twice as that, so this has to be half of that. Okay, so that's how you can do it fairly quick. Okay, 5 cannot 6, right? Now again, you use a 3, right? This is twice as that, so this has to be half of that to compensate, right? And so that's it, right? Okay. So again, you can use that to your advantage. If this is twice as that, this has to be half of that to even it out, right? Okay, so this would be x. Now this one has no coefficient, well, coefficient of 1. So whatever you have, you can just put in here. It'll be plus 6 minus 12. So you set it equal to 0. Okay, then after that, you go ahead and minus 6 on each side to solve. This one you plus 12 on each side. So you got x equal to 12. Okay, so your solution set would be negative 6, comma 12. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you have y minus 4 square equal to 2y. Okay, so again, this is factor, but it's no good because it's not equal to 0. You have to have it equal to 0. Okay, so this factor is no good, so you have to multiply out. Okay, so you have to remember your shortcut multiplying. You square this, you get y squared, and you square that, you get plus, square that, you get 16. Right? You do this, right? In the middle, you multiply all this together, so sign is negative. The number is 8. 2 times 4 is 8, and alphabet is y. So again, you have to know how to multiply. So square, 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 and the middle is multiply, multiply, multiply. Okay? And now you have to make this equal to 0. So you got y squared. Now same sign, you add the numbers together. And then after that, that's going to do the factoring. Okay, so you have to add to get negative 10, and you have to multiply to get 16. So you start with 1 comma 16, but if you use positive, you're not going to get the negative, so you have to use negative. Okay? And then you go negative 2, negative 8, and that's it. First, you have to undo the first term, so y squared, you need to break into y and the y. And the coefficient is 1, so you can just put this in here. Then after that, set it equal to 0, applying the 0 product property. Okay, and then plus 2 on each side. So you got y equal to 2, or plus 8 on each side. So y equal to 8. So your solution set would be 2 comma 8. Okay, next one. Okay, 3t times t plus 1 equal to 4 times t plus 1. Okay, now since they are two of the same thing, okay, so what you can do is, so the quick way is, since they are the same, you can just, this is already factor, so you can just minus to that side. So minus 4 times t plus 1 minus 4 times t plus 1. Okay, so this will equal to 0, but this side, you're going to get 3t times t plus 1 minus 4 times t plus 1. So if you have the same thing, you don't want to distribute and make it, make it complicated. And this one you can factor the t plus 1, and you got 3t minus 4. Okay? And then from here you can set it equal to 0. Okay. Now the long way to do it is you multiply everything out. Okay, so the long way to do it is you multiply out, so you're going to get 3t squared plus 3t equal to 4t plus 4, and then you minus 4t minus 4t minus 4 minus 4. So you're going to get 3t squared minus t minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, and then you do the factoring. You have to add to get negative 1. You have to multiply to get negative 12. Okay, so you go 1 comma negative 12, 2 comma negative 6, 3 comma negative 4. Okay? And then from here you're going to get t and 3t. Right? You have to undo that. And then after that, you have, this would be the inside. Okay? So you multiply. So it would be plus 1. Right? 3 times 1 give you 3. And this would be the outside, so it would be minus 4. And look, see what you get. Same, right? See the same thing? Okay? So you can do either way. So if you recognize that if you have the same thing, you can just go and subtract of it, and you can factor out the common factor, you get that. Okay? So again, you get the same thing. So either way, okay, then from here, you minus 1 on each side. You get t equal to negative 1. Over here, you plus 4 on each side. So you got 3t equal to 4. And you divide by 3, so t equal to 4 over 3. Okay? So your solution set would be negative 1 comma 4 over 3. Okay, next one. Okay, you have x minus 1 times x squared plus x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so first check, make sure equal to 0, so that's good. So next one is make sure it's all factor. So this is already factor, but this is not. So you have to factor this. So go through the steps. So this will be step 4. So you have to add to get 1. You have to multiply to get negative 2. Okay, so you're going to have 1 comma negative 2 and 2 comma negative 1. Okay, so that's going to factor this. So break down the x squared into x and x, and then from here you're going to have there's no the coefficient is 1, so whatever you see you can just put down. It will be plus 2 minus 1. Okay, and notice you got 2 of the same thing. So when you set this equal to 0, remember this is the double root. Okay, because you got 2 of the same thing. Okay, and you got x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Okay, so from here plus 1 on each side, so x equal to 1, or minus 2 on each side, so you got x equal to negative 2. So your solution set would be you're going to have 1, but it's a double root, okay, and then you got negative 2. Okay, 27, we got y squared times y minus 3 times y squared minus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so step 1, make sure it's equal to 0, so that's good. Step 2, make sure everything's all factor. This is already done, this is done, this is not yet. So this is step 2a. So that's going to factor the step 2a. Okay, so this will give me y and a y, right? So y times y give me y squared, plus times minus give me minus, and you need to get 3 times 3 to get 9. Okay, so notice you got double root over here again, okay? So you're going to, and then this is a double also. So you're going to get y equal to 0, and this is a double root, okay? Or y minus 3 equal to 0, again, this is a double root, right? Because you got 2 of them. Or you got y plus 3 equal to 0, okay? So set each part equal to 0, and this is already done. This one you plus 3 on each side. So you got y equal to 3, and remember this is a double root. And you minus 3 on each side, so you got y equal to negative 3. Okay, once you're done, then your answer would be, you got 0 is a double root. Okay, and then you got 3, which is also double root, and you got negative 3. Now, if you want to avoid confusion, you can put this in parentheses. Okay, so that's fine.